All right, folks, let's clear the air. Yes, I called Dan Bongino the Deputy Director of the Secret Services instead of the FBI in our last video. And no, it wasn't a mistake. It was 100% on purpose. Here's why. The FBI and Bongino have spent the last year lying to us, redacting the truth, and keeping it secret for themselves. They're playing games with us, the American people. So until they smarten up and start telling us the real truth, we're giving them a new title, the Secret Service, because that's what they act like, secret keepers for the deep state, not public servants. They want respect, they want their titles, then earn it. Stop hiding the truth, stop covering for the powerful, and start acting like you work for us, the people. Until then, enjoy your demotion at home, Dan. You got demoted to podcaster again, only this time, 3/4 of your subscribers left. You're on your own, pal. And if you don't like it, good. Maybe you'll finally start talking. Now let's get to today's video, because this one will blow you away. They told you it was diplomacy. They told you it was about nuclear containment. They told you it was hope and change. But when you look at the ledger, the math doesn't add up to peace. It adds up to a payoff. Buckle up. Because what I'm about to lay out for you isn't just a political scandal. It's the autopsy of a betrayal. A betrayal of the American people that goes so deep, it touches the soil of Tehran and the vaults of the Jeffrey Epstein estate, and it all leads back to one man, Barack Hussein Obama. Get a load of this. On March 2nd, 2026, at 7 a.m., Barack Obama retained a legal team, not one lawyer, not two, 9. And these aren't estate planners. These aren't civil litigators. These are criminal defense attorneys. Now ask yourself, why does a former president, the darling of the media, the man who supposedly had a scandal-free administration, need a football team of criminal lawyers? Because a subpoena is coming. A federal grand jury subpoena, expected by March 7th. You remember 2016. You remember the pallets of cash. Obama sent Iran $150 billion, plus another $1.7 billion in physical cash, stacked on wooden pallets, loaded onto unmarked cargo planes, flown into the darkness of the Middle Eastern night. He looked you in the eye and told you it was a nuclear deal. But new DOJ files released yesterday tell a different story. It wasn't a deal. It was rent. He wasn't paying Iran to stop enriching uranium. He was paying them to store the evidence. We're talking about the Epstein network. The files show $2.3 billion of Epstein's money ran through Iranian banks, Deutsche Bank, JP Morgan, and Bank Melli Iran, a state-owned bank that Obama specifically exempted during his deal. Why would a New York socialite and sex trafficker be moving billions through Tehran? Because that's where the insurance policy was hidden. The server farm, the blackmail tapes, the financial ledgers that implicate the most powerful people on earth. They were moved to Tehran between 2016 and 2019, on Obama's watch, through Obama's channels, with Obama's money. It's a web, folks, and the spider is getting nervous. Let's connect the dots. 2015, a meeting at the Clinton Foundation. Who's in the room? Obama, Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, and Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer. The official subject of the meeting? Asset relocation. They weren't talking about moving furniture. They were talking about moving the leverage. They were moving the evidence out of the reach of U.S. law enforcement. 2016, the cash flies to Iran. The asset is secured. 2019, Epstein is arrested. Then he didn't kill himself. And the tapes, they disappear. The SDNY can't find them. Why? Because they're in a bunker in Persia. But then 2025 happened, Trump returned, Pam Bondi took the reins at the DOJ, the investigation reopened, and in 2026, the United States military went to work. We didn't just take out Iranian naval ships. We didn't just hit the Revolutionary Guard. We went in and we recovered the tapes. That is why Larry Summers, Obama's top economic advisor, the former president of Harvard, resigned 2 days ago without explanation. Summers met with Epstein 14 times after Epstein was a convicted felon. His name is on the Butterfly Foundation recipient list. That's the $340 million Epstein trust. Summers knows what was on those servers, and he knows the Marines brought them home. And Bill Clinton? For the first time in history, a former president was deposed in a criminal investigation by Congress under subpoena. Hillary testified behind closed doors. They were asked about that 2015 meeting. They were asked about the asset relocation. The silence from the media is deafening, isn't it? That's because they know the storm is here. Every dot connects. Every dollar traces back. You don't hire 9 criminal lawyers because you're innocent. You hire them because you got caught. The grand jury meets March 7th. The blackmail is over. The regime has fallen. And the expiration date on the hope and change lie has finally arrived. This isn't about left or right anymore. This is about right and wrong. This is about treason versus patriotism. The American people deserve to see the full picture. The curtain is coming down, not on America, on the people who thought they owned her. For years, they called us conspiracy theorists. They called us paranoid. They shadow banned us, throttled us, buried us, because that's what you do when the truth is too dangerous to let breathe. But you can't bury a grand jury, you can't throttle a federal subpoena, and you cannot shadow ban the United States Marines. The good guys are over the target, and the powerful know it. So share this video right now. Text it, post it, put it in front of every person you know who still believes there are no consequences for the powerful. Because March 7th is coming, and when it does, they're going to wish they'd stayed in the shadows. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Hit that like, leave a comment, tell me what you think. Because this conversation right here is exactly what they're trying to stop. The shadows are lifting. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. I'm Digital Robert Davi, with the best scriptwriter anywhere, Chris Dallas. Until next time, goodbye for now.